Good morning, here's my Polaris Ranger with a plow on it. I've done a couple of videos on it showing some plowing that I do around my driveway, so I thought I'd do a quick video that actually shows the plow. This is the Glacier Pro plow system. Last winter I added a piece of thin rubber between the wear bar and the plow. It's a piece of conveyor belt material that I bought from a local farm and ranch store. Using that piece of rubber helps prolong the life of the wear bar, and also with the rough terrain that I plow over, it helps the plow float a little bit better and follow the contour of the terrain. So it attaches right here to the frame. This is a bracket that has been added to the frame, and we have two electrical connections, one over here and then another one on the other side. One of those is for the power lift, and then one of them is for the power angle. Both of these are hydraulic actuated, and I'll show you how that works. I also added a rubber flap to the top of the plow, which is an accessory that Polaris sells specifically for this plow. It's really useful in minimizing the amount of snow that flies over the top of the plow when you're dealing with light and fluffy, powdery snow. So another thing that I've also added is these corner marker posts. They are somewhat flexible. And to release the plow, there is a foot. You push that lever down and that foot drops down. That supports the front of the plow. And then you just release this lever right here, the red handle, and then pull this towards you, and then the plow comes off and disengages. Anybody that's thinking about doing a plow on their Ranger, I would highly recommend at a minimum doing the hydraulic lift system. The reason I recommend that is lifting with a winch is extremely hard on the winch line, whether you have a cable or a synthetic line. I have a synthetic line. As you can see, I've taken the hook off to keep it out of the way of the plow. My neighbor up the driveway above me has the same plow system, except he did not go with the powered lift system. He's using his winch, and he has broken his synthetic winch line several times, and he's just tied a knot into it. He had his plow system 1 year before I bought mine, and I bought the hydraulic lift specifically after seeing that he had wrecked his winch line several times. I've also got a couple of off-road lights mounted on the front. These are Rigid Industries dually side shooters. You've got 3 LEDs over here on the side and then 4 in the main lens. And this is just an off-brand. I don't have a second matching one for that. Here's a close-up of the dually side shooter. And then moving around to the back here, I've also got a couple of generic cube lights similar to the Rigid Industries dualies. These have 6 LEDs. These are a flood pattern. These brackets here just mount to the door hinge mounting points, and these are some really nice brackets that I bought off of eBay. So 2 bolts here, comes out to the side, and then it's got a little tab here for the light. Super nice brackets. I think they cost me about $30 for the pair. And in the back, I also have another light. This was the original backup light that I installed. And moving to the inside, I control the plow blade with these 4 buttons: raise, lower, angle to the left, and angle to the right. When I unload the plow or drop it, I set it on a couple of Harbor Freight furniture dollies with a couple of small pieces of lumber. And next thing we do is unplug these 2 electrical connections. And there's also caps that are part of the plow kit to plug those wires into. Front end of the Ranger is sitting quite a bit lower than the plow, so I can't put this foot down. And to get this lever to release, you actually have to have the plow lowered all the way down, otherwise there's tension on that whole mounting system. And then we'll just roll it back away from the Ranger. The process of dismounting the plow is a lot easier if the plow and the Ranger are sitting at the same level. This was a little bit more difficult because the plow was sitting up higher than the Ranger was. And then I'll lift up on the back of the plow here and push this lever and extend that foot. And then we can roll it in here further. And that's all there is to it. This shipping container here, I use it as a little mini garage, so it works good to stash the plow in here and out of the way. I don't usually leave the plow mounted on the Ranger all winter because the snow isn't a consistent thing. And I use the Ranger running around my property between my shop and my house.